Lopez here, coming at you from LopezInsane.com. And I got a question from somebody, and she wanted to know, how do you get out of debt? And I can relate to this question because I used to be in debt about, what, 7 years ago now. And, my debt was unfortunate because someone stole my identity. And, I don't know if you've been in a situation where your identity got stolen, but the burden of proof is on you to prove that you didn't do it, that you didn't open a credit card account, or you didn't apply for a loan, or whatever damages were done to your credit. The burden of proof is on you. A lot of these companies are not going to automatically believe you. And back then, when someone stole my identity, it was kind of a new thing. There were no insurance or no coverage or none of that. So, all this was a new experience for me. So what ended up happening is it took me about 6 months to really figure out how to solve the problem. And what ended up happening, I ended up filing bankruptcy because I could not prove that it wasn't me. I just couldn't, So, but even during that whole 6 months process, it probably was another 6 months before I actually filed the bankruptcy. So it was about a little over a year's time. But even through that whole entire process, life was still moving. Things were still moving. I didn't have a bank account. My bank account was shut down. I had to basically all my money that went to my bank account, I had to stop those payments. And I wasn't being paid any money from my job at the time. So all the money that was being direct deposited in there, it was continuously going into that account that was in the negative that I didn't have any control over. So I had to find other ways to generate money for about a month before my direct deposit was cut off, terminated from Bank of America at the time. So what that taught me a very valuable lesson, is never get dependent upon one stream of income. Gotta have multiple streams of income. And if you're in debt, you gotta make more money. See, what happens is a lot of people get in trouble because if you have more money going out than coming in, you're in the negative. You're in the black, as they say in business. So you're always going to be in trouble if you got more money going out than coming in. So, you got to find something that's going to work for you. If you work a full-time job, you got to find something that you can do part-time that create extra income. And believe it or not, it's never been more easier today to make money outside of your part-time job than ever. Today, believe it or not, today is much more easier than it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. Because you got to think about it like this. Now, the struggle is real out here. People are struggling out here. But here's the deal. There's a lot of stuff that's happening that you don't know about. There's a lot of stuff that's happening that I don't know about. It's because you just can't keep up with everything. You got to find your little niche, your little area of expertise, you got to build a skill set that's going to fit you, that's going to benefit you. That's what you really have to do. You don't have to be all into all kind of shit. But you see, that's the problem with a lot of people because they're kind of all over the place and they don't know what they should do or what's best for them. And some people think everything's a scam. And here's the deal. I mean, some people will say direct sales is a scam. Network marketing is a scam. MLM is a scam. But here's the deal. You can use anything as a tool, as a means to an end. And if you're kind of saying this is a scam, that's a scam, you only have but so many options already. So some people say it's a pyramid scheme. You know, I don't like when people make money off of me. I had a lady tell me that the other day. She's like, I don't like the pyramid scheme. I don't like when people make money off me. I said, lady, you work a job? She said, yeah. They're making money off of you at your job. Then I told her, I said, look, if they wasn't making money off of you at your job, they would let you go. You wouldn't be there anymore. So every company I ever worked for use the pyramid scheme model. Somebody's at the top, CEO, founder. You come down the next level, vice president, president, and you come down to the next level, the general managers, and you come down to the next level, there's, managers, and then you got the regional manager. So it's all a structured environment within these institutions. And it's all a pyramid scheme. So I really don't know what's the big deal. The only difference is in most companies is it's not a sales organization. See, most companies aren't driven by just sales itself. They sell indirectly. They sell through relationships. That's the only difference. But most big companies you see today, Google, Microsoft, G4S, Sears, GE, think about all the big mega companies today. They all use the same business model. It's a pyramid. So I really don't know. I mean, a lot of people discount themselves and, say everything's a pyramid, everything's a scam. But I think a lot of people do that because they really don't want to do shit. That's what I really think it is. Because, if you find something for somebody and they might think it's a good fit, but they just don't want to put the work in. But, just look, you gotta make some damn money. And you gotta, if you don't, whatever it is, there's gonna be a learning curve, regardless of what you decide to get into. And one thing, you're gonna have to create your own leads. You're gonna have to have some type of lead generation system. And everybody's not your prospect. Everybody's not going to be able to work with you. Everybody's not for you. Now, some people will say, well, I'll work with anybody. No, you're going to have to be able to promote and market whatever you have to offer. And the audience is half the battle. And I'm not going to get into that. That's a video for another day. But at the end of the day, if you want to get out of debt, you're going to have to make more money. Somehow, some way, it is what it is. You can't keep trying to save money, if you don't have enough money coming in. You know, this is why I started this channel, because when I got started into direct sales because I just couldn't make enough money from a full-time job. I just could not do it. And when I got started, you couldn't do a video like this. You would have to buy a camera for what, $7,000 to $10,000 at a time, and you would have to get these big ass lights on the side, and and you couldn't 10, 15 years ago you couldn't self-publish a book. You would have to like go to some company. You either had to go through one of the big brands, or if you wanted to self-publish a book, even self-publishing a book, even back then, was difficult. You would have to buy 200 to 500 books. You would have to agree to buy 200 to 500 of your own books up front. You would have to agree to that. Then y'all would start to talk about the process of designing and having an editor and all that stuff. And you would have to pay that out of your pocket. So that could have been $10,000 or better, easy. Today, you don't have to do none of that shit. You can self-publish a book today, but for like what, $500. You can get a designer, an editor, and upload it to one of these self-publishing sites, and print. And every time somebody buys, they'll print the book on demand, and they take care of every goddamn thing. You didn't have to do shit. All you had to do is just tell people where your book was at, because they probably distribute it on Amazon, or you might have it on your website or Barnes & Noble website, or that's all you had to do today. Back then, you couldn't do that. There were no websites for distribution back then. No. 20 years ago, no, it wasn't like that. 15 years ago, you couldn't put your self-published book on Amazon. That was like unheard of. But today, I'm telling you, the struggle's real out here, but there's a lot of opportunities for people out here if they're willing to put in the work and if they're willing to learn. So, if you want to learn how to do a lot of this stuff, it's a learning curve in the beginning. I'm not going to bullshit you. But once you have that skill set, it's priceless. You never have to start all over again. No one can take it away from you. And you always be able to feed yourself, you and your family. And you be able to pass this information down to your kids. And you be able to market and promote almost anything in the world. So if you want to learn how to do this, click the link below this video, register for your free account, and you get the training, and everything's cool in the game. So if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel, check out my blog, LopezLassine.com. And if you got questions, I got answers. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.